Hey guys, Joebizz34 here. Just a quick video, review vid of the Hot Toys Superman Evil version. Now I know there's been a lot of controversy with this figure. A lot of people say it's not worth getting because, it's just basically reusing the same figure as the first Superman. And you know what, I do agree, and I disagree at the same time. So I'm going to give you my thoughts quickly. I wasn't originally going to buy this. I was going to stick with the original, and I was thinking of picking up another regular Superman and make my own evil Superman. But then I saw these weren't moving as fast as they should, and Sideshow still had one. They still had some available, at regular cost. So I said, you know what? Rather than to spend the money, piecing together another Superman just to make an evil version, let me just get the official one. So that's what I did, and I got it. I got it for regular price, and it wasn't bad. And I do agree. All right, most of the figure is reused. Okay, but if you got the money, if the money's not an issue, and you really love the original Superman, you love Christopher Reeves, this is still worth a look. This is still worth a purchase, and I'll tell you why. There are some differences. First off, the costume is darker, and it's weird because everybody that films this guy or did a review that I've noticed on YouTube, which kind of psyched me up to get him, says the same thing, and that the detail doesn't come out on camera, and it is so true because right now the costume looks almost like the regular version on camera, but I swear to you, in person, the suit has a lot darker tint to it. And I saw some great evil Superman customs out there, where people dirtied up the costume and stuff. And you know what? They look great. And like some people argue, it could even be considered better than the official one. But to be honest with you, the idea of the evil version of Superman, like some have pointed out, is not the idea of the costume being dirty, but the fact that the entire costume just became a darker shade of his former self to represent that he was evil, and the change that he went through from the fake kryptonite that Richard Pryor had given him. His whole look just got darker. It wasn't really from being dirty. I mean, maybe you can argue that it was from the scene when he let the oil spill out of the ship, and you could say that he got some of it on his costume, made it darker. But he was already kind of starting to look like that anyway. But in the end, it didn't look like it was dirty. It looked like a very even, darker shade of blue, and almost like the way they did Superman Returns with the replacement Superman there, Brandon, whatever his name is, I forgot his name, but it doesn't matter, that movie stunk anyway. But, where they gave the maroon red and they gave the darker blue, and that's kind of how he looked as the evil Superman. So, the costume is well done. It's darker. It has that off shade, you could see really on the S there, it has that off red, darker red, almost a brown tint, darker shade of yellow, that off yellow, dirty yellow. The blue and the reds are definitely darker, the boots. But the base is phenomenal, man. I mean, this thing is almost worth it just for the base. I mean, whether you want to use this with something else, like you can maybe put the Hulk on this, or you could put the original Superman on this. You could do so many things with this base. I mean, it does have the plate there. I mean, you can cover that up if you wanted to reuse the plate. So, I'm not saying to pay this kind of money because of just for the base, but the base is awesome, and it is like others have said, it is the centerpiece. I mean, it's a very simple figure. It comes with the base. It comes with the stand that you can make them fly on, as you see how I have them posed right now. I have them lifted off the ground, kind of in a dramatic taking off flight pose. The cape is better. The costume in general seems to be a little streamlined. I can't put my finger on it, but the costume seems a little better and more form-fitting to the doll than the original one. And the cape is cool. They have buttons now that actually you can unsnap or snap off the costume in the back, which helps keep the cape, with a nice natural flow. As you see, I have the cape kind of manipulated to look more like a flying, like wind is flapping on it, like he's getting ready to fly. But I chose to do that. There are subtle wires in the cape, so you can kind of bend it and manipulate it. It's not like ultra obvious, but it is there. There is some slight wire so that you can fuss with the cape and, position it, which is another difference between this one and the first one. So I would say that in general, there are darker tones on the face. The face is definitely darker. Once again, like others have said, the camera it's hard to pick it up. It looks much better in person. My only disappointment is in the hair. I think it needs a little more gray here, and I might take a little paint, and actually that might be one thing I customize myself and just add a little more gray to the sides of his head. It is there very subtly, but like, you know, if you blink, you miss it. Not pronounced enough. There is like a 5 o'clock shadow, like people said. The paint job for Hot Toys is fantastic as usual. So you do see like a 5 o'clock shadow on him, like that kind of like disorderly kind of look that he had while he was evil. So overall, I would say, you know, if you have extra money to burn, you don't mind, you know, look, it's Christopher Reeves, it's Superman. I know they're double dipping with this. I know that they, you know, you could say that they kind of conned us on this one. You know, they really just took the original, but there is some excellent paint work going on here that is already there. I mean, if you want to make an original Superman into this one, you're going to have to paint him and shadow him under the eyes and the beard, and that's all taken care of here. There is a slight darker look to him here, almost like he's got makeup, as you can see. The costume is well done as far as shaded, that off dirty color, more so than even is coming off on camera. Like I said, it looks better in person. The cape is an improvement, and the buttons on the back to hold the cape in place, or, you know, you can unsnap or snap. I think the trunks and the belt is more snug. It just has a better fit, I think, than the first one. I think the doll itself, well, let me say the body. I'm not going to say doll. I know people don't like when they say doll. The figure is very, you know, articulated. You know, you could pose him with the chest up, down, and I feel in some ways the figure underneath the clothing feels slightly improved. I could be wrong, but this feels a lot easier to pose than the old one, than the original one, I should say. The rest of it is quite simple. I mean, there's the box it comes in. It's, yes, comes with this Superman 3, like, kind of like casing that goes over it, which is translucent. It's see-through. They have this cool thing here, which is a quote, I guess, from the villains in Part 3, Richard Pryor, whoever. It says here, when you open the box, you know, you have the window that you could see him in. And it says here, if the world's most powerful computer can control even Superman, no one on Earth is safe. So that's pretty cool. It's a quote from the movie. And, you know, it has the plastic tray. He comes with other hands. If you don't want the fists, you got the open hands and the more relaxed hands, and you got the flying hands, which are more like, you know, that kind of, you know, position, like he's going to fly. I figure since he's evil, I felt it'd be more dramatic to keep the closed fists, you know, because he's angry, he's, you know, PO'd, and he's causing, so, you know, he's causing some damage. So, like here, like my story that I'm telling here with this pose is that, you know, he did damage, and now he's taken off to go to, you know, to wreak havoc somewhere else. You know, he's done his deed. But like I said, the figure is very well done. He stands great. Even before I put him on the stand, you know, he stands very well on his own. And I just think that it's basically the original Superman, slightly enhanced, slightly improved in areas. And like I said, you know, if you want to go and make your own evil, if you're into Superman, make your own evil Superman, that's fine. I almost was going to do that. But you know what? I'm happy I got this, and I can enhance it further if I want to. Like I said, I think I'm going to make the gray on the sides of his hair a little more pronounced. Maybe add a little more shadowing, but not really much. I mean, the figure is good, and it represents what it represents, and I'm a fan. That's why, you know, for me, it was worth the extra dip. And to be honest with you, like the first figure, there, you know, there's proceeds of this figure that goes to, like, the charity of Christopher Reeves, and as a man, I respect him very much and what he went through. And, you know, I'm glad that my money is going towards not just a cool collectible, but, you know, towards the greater good and to his foundation, and, you know, that makes me happy. So I think, you know, if nothing else, if you want to buy for those reasons alone, you know, go for it. It's a cool figure. It's simple, but it works. And, you know, now all I need is the Clark Kent to fight, you know, to stand pose with him so that we can recreate that junkyard scene when they fought each other, which would be awesome. So, and who knows, maybe Hot Toys has that up their sleeves next. Anyway, that's my quick review, real short and sweet. I'll be back with plenty more to show, and till next time, guys, peace out.